So I mean, you just want them to be happy so bad. Like, just have some resolution or some peace. And oh, we're focusing behind him, so there's going to be somebody sitting there. Oh. Okay, everyone, let's watch more Daredevil, and we'll finish out season 1 with episodes 12 and 13. I just have a plain t-shirt on, black t-shirt, because I have no idea what to expect with this show. I don't know if there's going to be any resolution, if we're going to end on a cliffhanger, if there's, what I have no idea what's going to happen. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think someone important is going to die, maybe several people. I think there's going to be another, big confrontation fight between Matt and Foggy, because that is so, that's not resolved at all. I mean, I'm sure Foggy's going to come back. I have that feeling, but, and they're going to be friends again, but it's going to take, the path to get there is going to be rocky. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect, honestly, but I'm enjoying it so far, so we'll see. Oh, that's right. I forgot that Karen killed Wesley. Don't throw it in the river. They always find it when it's thrown in the river. Don't throw it in the river. Oh, and she did. Someone in there with her? Like, put their hand over her mouth? Please don't do that, because that's freaky. Oh, she's dreaming now. There's a lot of scenes of dreamings. Oh, he's there. Oh dear, that's not good.
Feeling of the weight and responsibility.
Oh, this is not good. She can't fight against him.
It gets easier.
Okay.
The more you do it.
Good to know. Oh, that was a dream too. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. It's okay.
Oh, it's Foggy. Jesus. What's with this episode and like jump scares and shit? That's why I don't watch horror movies.
But that was the end of my night. What happened to you after that?
Something pretty bad.
The Mary Jane, whatever the kids are
Lord.
calling it these days.
I'm not sure that's considered hard anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Is it? I don't know what this show. Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
You want to try telling him that? Right, that would be if you two were still speaking to each other.
Yeah, they would have to talk for him to tell him that.
I'm starting to feel like I made a mistake coming to work here.
Starting to feel? After all this?
Karen, did something happen?
Yeah, he knows something did, but... Oh, she said yes, so she answered honestly. All right. Is she going to tell him, though? I don't think so.
I knew being with you would be...
Dangerous.
complicated.
Complicated, yeah, that's a good one.
I made that.
They're doing a good job at, like, humanizing him. Like, you kind of feel, like, sympathetic towards him, which feels weird to say, but it makes things very interesting, at least.
They've located him.
Oh.
And where is he?
How much is he going to flip his slit over this?
Good they did, Leland. Good they did to him.
Good for him, he didn't fall out of the chair.
Clean him up.
It's the first time you've seen him with any kind of scruff or anything. It's interesting. He's slowly going to pieces. Yeah, he's just going to check who all of his previous calls were to, so he's going to know he called his mom back, so all he has to do is go talk to his mom and ask what the conversation was about.
Somebody get a piece of you?
It went the distance. That's all that matters.
The distance, huh?
That's a good way to
Sound
say
like a
it.
boxer.
Yeah.
It was during the day, morning rush hour. Guy like you might stick out.
I'll dress down.
How about you get yourself a better outfit? You're gonna keep running around out there.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, a lot of people think that he needs a better outfit. What is he seeing her for?
Couldn't flag a cab.
That buffalo wouldn't make me a vodka martini. I had to settle for just vodka.
Maybe she can be,
A vodka martini is pretty much vodka.
5 minutes. And only because you were actually really good the other night.
That will get you far.
Why haven't you published a story about what Fisk did to his father?
I told you.
Because it doesn't mean anything.
You said you think they might know that we went out to St. Benazet. How?
It's just a feeling.
She's spinning now. I don't know, man. She's gonna like cause lots more problems, I think.
Some of it, Matt and I turned up working the tenement case.
And the rest of it?
Well, don't tell her where you got it.
The Devil of Hell's Kitchen.
Fisk is one of our most billable clients, along with Owlsley at Silver and Brent.
Yeah, and that's why I don't trust her as far as I can throw her either.
This is your chance to get out in front of that. And take your soul back.
Yeah, I don't get the feeling that she's going to make the right decision about that. Interesting, that's an expensive car. He must go through a fair amount of canes if he's just tossing them around like that. I didn't think they were that cheap. I hope he can see well enough to see where he's jumping. Gee, God.
He called you the other night.
You did?
Is she going to be able to give him accurate information? I don't know, man.
Mother.
Such a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah, not so good. Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm working on something.
He keeps opening up his mouth.
I think it might help.
Oh, that's a shot of the apartment we haven't gotten before.
Karen. Everything's gonna work out. I promise.
He really does like to keep those promises that I don't think he's going to be able to keep. He likes to, did I say that right? He likes to make those promises that I don't think he's going to be able to keep.
Lady, she probably thinks Nixon's still in office.
Run the article.
Yeah.
It'll sell papers. It's sexy.
You sound like a whore.
Well, I learned how to be one from you.
Dude, come on. Why do they think this story is going to go anywhere?
Maybe you should drop the Woodward and Bernstein and try writing a story about that.
How much is he paying you?
Yeah,
So how much is Fisk paying you to keep it that way?
that's an interesting question. I'm wondering what the question mark is in reference to. Maybe it makes me think of the Riddler, but that's a different line of superhero stories. I don't think there's anything that's a question in. What is a question mark in the MCU or the Marvel in general? Oh. So is he just gonna like break in there? What does he think he's gonna do in there now with all those people? Has he been around that many blind people before? Oh dear. Okay. It's not what I thought would happen. I keep saying that. That's not what I thought would happen.
Maybe all this really was that nut in the mask.
Poisoning guns aren't the way he operates.
Piss a guy
Yeah.
off enough.
Leland's trying a little too hard to come up with explanations. Okay. Are we gonna get all those people out of there? Gonna say, she's not just a tiny little old lady. She's got some skills, I'm thinking.
Don't you move!
What's he doing back there?
Hands!
Oh, he knows that cop.
I'm not the bad guy. Then what are you?
I'm out of here is what I am.
Do what you want. I could honestly care less. If he finds out what we did.
As I said, I figured it was probably him.
Home, China?
It is a considerable distance farther.
Considerable distance farther than China? So where is she actually from?
More than you ever could at the bulletin.
Well, the internet's all gossip. Noise.
So cut through it.
Not anymore. Not even in 2015, I don't think. Not really. He needs a haircut.
I can't do this alone.
It's an important thing to admit. Okay, every time we see someone like come in a door, like there's somebody in their apartment. Oh, we get to see a close-up of that building's level 100 killed in Milltown battle. Oh, they got a decent picture of the little bug thing from space. So I mean, you just want them to be happy so bad. Like just have some resolution or some peace. And oh, we're focusing behind him, so there's going to be somebody sitting there. Oh.
I've made mistakes.
And this is not a dream. Not like with Karen. Shit.
I thought that your days of being relevant were past. And for thinking that, I'm truly sorry.
Well, that's kind of a compliment, I guess. We'll see.
This world around us is preoccupied. It's celebrity weddings and videos of cats.
Don't come after my videos of cat because I like videos of cats.
Guess I have more faith in humanity.
A little bit. Maybe. Some days.
Were you alone?
So yes, please say yes, yeah.
You went after my mother. That's not something that I can forgive.
Oh dear.
So I am not here to threaten you. I'm here to kill you.
Oh, okay. With his bare hands, all right. Is he actually dead? I'm always doubtful when, like, our people, oh, he looks pretty dead. Oh, that's not cool. You know, it's amazing how tense this show can make a scene when it's just like two people sitting in the room talking. Like that, they're really good at that. Oh dear. I feel like Karen's gonna lose her shit even more because she kind of already is. Like, but I'm really hoping that this like wakes Karen up a little bit to be like more aware of what's really going on. How is she there? Is she better? Oh, what's that gonna do now? Is Foggy not there?
Mrs. Urich?
I was wondering how she was well enough to be there, but she's in a little chair, so.
We never got around to having kids. If we had, I think he would have wanted one like you.
Oh, that's nice, at least.
How you holding up?
Like a good Catholic boy.
That bad, huh?
What if he finds out that I...
What did she tell him?
That I was with Ben.
I feel like she was about to.
It's just the numbers. I'll have Leland take a look at them.
No, don't have Leland do anything.
But we will need to find a replacement for Gao's heroin trade. Without it, we might have some off-the-books cash flow issues down the road.
Cash flow issues are never a good idea.
It's freezing out here.
And why are you sweating, Leland?
Oh, did Wesley leave him a little information?
And you shot him.
I have no idea what happened to Wesley. I wasn't a part of that.
I didn't think he'd suspect Leland of killing Wesley. All right.
But you were never the target.
Vanessa.
Why is he admitting this?
Just look at what's happened since you took up with her. You've been
Does he think he's going to be able to talk his way out of this? I'm so confused.
We will be parting ways.
Does he think that that's just like, okay, we're done?
Your assets with me.
You think that I would?
I don't think so.
Because I have Detective Hoffman. Hoffman never left the city after he murdered his partner in the hospital.
Oh, interesting. Okay, he's got a little ace in the hole there.
My son and I will be just another transaction.
My son and I? Who's his son?
No. I don't think we are.
Yeah, he's just gonna take his chances. Oh, okay, he's still got his little stun gun.
Maybe we can find a way to move forward, Foggy.
He does kind of get to be like superhero sidekick, you know?
Yeah, the man in the mask talked about him. He said half the cops in the 15th are in his pocket.
Oh, that's what the 15 I wasn't sure what that means. We don't really have that here.
The only cop in the force we know for sure is honest.
You ever see Serpico? Honest cops are usually the ones get shot in the face.
That is true.
You know what doesn't make you want to gouge your eyes out? Cold cuts, Italian meats, cheeses. Why did I become a lawyer again?
He's still on this butcher thing.
Bombed the hell out of the Russians. The Yakuza went underground. Chinese heroin went up in flames. Now Alzey's making a move.
It's weird that he said that he has silk sheets because the cotton sheets are like sandpaper on his skin, yet he wears cotton shirts.
Your pal in the mask.
You saw him? Oh my God, when? Where?
She needs to know. They need to tell her.
Alzey's a man of financial privilege. I never met one that used his own money when he could use someone else's.
Okay.
Good point.
Thank you. Send the closest team. No survivors.
Uh-oh, who are we going after now? With no survivors. That's a very ominous phrase.
I thought it was pizza.
And too hard to carry with the boxes. There's a,
Oh, okay. That's where they're going.
My meatball sub?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and it's the cops that are doing it too. Oh dear.
I'll be following you to make sure you get to the precinct alive.
Can that one guy really stand up against all the cops that Fisk has in his pocket? I don't know, man.
My partner and I were first approached by a man working for Wilson Fisk.
Don't be smiling yet. I don't know, man. Is he really going to be able to? Oh, that okay. Maybe this is working. Oh, so it is working. Okay. I didn't expect that it would, but are they there for him now too? He's got to go down. Oh, it's not him. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. So now he's going to feel guilty. How many stories is he going to run now about this? Try and make it right.
Make the arrangements. Wait for my call.
What they're saying on the news.
They're coming for me, Vanessa.
Well, she's back in her white dress, white outfit.
You were responsible for the bombing.
So, yeah.
Do you feel the same? Mr. Fisk, what about your...
Kind of surprised by that. Most rich people don't do a perp walk like that, so we'll see if he actually ends up in jail or not.
Now everybody knows what kind of asshole Fisk really is.
Are we to the end? Okay, so we got a lot of time left because I was like, this is a very optimistic ending, but this is not the end. There's still 20 minutes left.
Knowing that the people I care about are safe and having some sense of closure.
So where's Claire?
I'm not a religious man, but I've read bits and pieces over the years.
Somehow he's going to escape out of this, I have a feeling.
I always thought that I was the Samaritan in that story.
No, dude.
How even the best of men can be deceived by their true nature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the priest.
Are you going to see himself as the traveler?
That I am the ill intent.
Oh.
Who set upon the traveler on a road that he should not have been on.
Interesting. Okay, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Someone's coming to get him.
Idiots, weren't we? Sitting here celebrating, thinking that it would be that easy with a man like him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know who you assholes think you are, but if you don't back away, I swear to God, I'll put a bullet in this fat son of a bitch!
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's a great shot of the standing up on the truck. So this is what he was telling Vanessa to do, I'm assuming. And he's just gonna walk away, just waltz down the street. There's gotta be a big fight here between him and Matt at some point here now.
Red might deflect a knife, depending on the angle. Might not.
Might not. Good to know. Ooh, you get to see him in the suit. It's a weird little bit of light off of his ass, though. What was that? Oh dear. Okay.
Not everyone deserves a happy ending.
Ah. He does kind of look like Deadpool, I gotta say.
I'm gonna kill you!
Are ya? Maybe not.
Take your shot.
Nice. Well, this is already going better than the previous fight, I will say that. I don't know, it looks like well, one of my commenters called him Big Vinny D. That's now like in my head. That's all I can think about. I mean, like Vincent D'Onofrio has like 100 pounds on him. Granted, he is already somewhat injured, and now there's rebar. They like rebar in this show. Oh dear. Is he actually gonna get away?
I'm not the bad guy.
Holy shit. It's you.
New outfit.
Wilson Fisk. Under K. North Alley, 4, 6, and 10.
Under K? What does that mean? So does he have eye holes at that? It's hard to see it. Like, if he can see out from there or not. Yeah, she's gonna get out. That's a great coat, though, I gotta say. It's getting chillier in Minnesota. I might have to go shopping for something like that, because that's cute. I do look a good shearling.
Hey, so what am I supposed to call you when I file my report?
And there he goes.
Daredevil? Sounds like he's gonna jump Snake River Canyon on his rocket cycle.
This is a serious upgrade.
I don't know, I think the horns are a bit much. There.
Just a little.
Done.
Oh, they put their sign up. That's cute. I thought maybe it was just gonna go at the door, at the apartment door.
Avocados at law.
Avocados?
It's a long story.
Which I'm probably gonna think of every single time I see a sign that says attorney at law.
Just getting a court date on a case this big. Take a year.
That long?
He's where he belongs. That's all that matters. And we put him there.
Is Vanessa gonna break him out somehow? I have a feeling. Interesting that he's now in white, which we've never seen before. He's gonna have a lot of time to plot his next move, I think. Oh, but he's got a very effective little wall to focus on. Oh dear. That looks like it's a shot from the comics too, I'm sure it must be. That was a somewhat satisfying ending, I think. It did end rather optimistically, which surprises me given the darkness of the show to this point. Like, all the bad guys get arrested and all that. It doesn't usually happen that way, and as we all clearly know. And even if it does, it can take months or years. Then the final fight was not terribly bloody, which also surprised me, again, given how bloody all the fights had been up to this point. I wish it had gone on longer, and I wish it had a bit more dialogue, mostly because those two actors together are fantastic. Maybe that's what my change in feeling about these last two episodes is. There was much less dialogue and a lot more plot moving forward, and this really is a 13-hour movie. I've been thinking about it that way. So, it kind of makes sense, but the previous episodes were much more drawn out and slower paced, and these last two moved much faster. They felt like the third act of an action film rather than like the mystery kind of film noir that I was used to. It's definitely set up well for the next season, though. I'm sure Vanessa is going to become a force to be reckoned with, working to get Fisk out of prison and all that, because he ain't done, I'm sure. And Gao is still out there somewhere. And now that we know that Leland's son is involved in all of his dealings, so, now that Fisk killed Leland, I'm sure the son will be back for revenge, either on Fisk or mistakenly trying to get revenge on Matt. I could see that. I will say, though, that this is the best development of the suit backstory. Like, you guys know how much I love those. I really like the connection between Fisk having a protective, men's suit kind of, and then Matt figuring out that material could work for him and going to Potter and get it made. I wish they had covered a little bit of the conversation about what it should look like and why he wanted horns on the helmet, because he doesn't get named Daredevil until after he has the suit. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. It does seem a bit odd to me that his ears are covered. I mean, it does have like ear holes and all that, but you'd think he wouldn't want anything blocking or disrupting his hearing in any way. But Potter is still alive, and so far at least so is his friend that he wanted Matt to protect. So I'm hoping that he comes back in future seasons. There's something very interesting about that character that I hope we get to see more. Disappointed not to see more of Claire, though. I really like her. And that final scene between them in the, 11th episode, was it? It left me rather unsatisfied about their relationship. I did look up her IMDb, and she's in a few more episodes, but not enough of them, in my opinion, of course, because they had such a great chemistry together. It looks like she's in a bunch of Luke Cage episodes, so I do get to see her again at some point, so that's nice. So is Vincent D'Onofrio like one of the best actors ever? Like he's so like commanding at times and strong, and yet was so great in these like vulnerable, intimate scenes with Vanessa, and then like these kind of respectful, fearful scenes with Gao. I really liked how they built up his suit, or I mean, maybe they didn't. Maybe he just bulked himself up to make himself look that much bigger, or he's just like that commanding of an actor that he feels big when you look at him. I mean, he's so complete in everything he does. And I do really like Charlie Cox. I think he does great. I didn't go into this show thinking that it was an origin story. I'm not sure why not. It felt like he had been fighting behind the scenes for a while and just like never really had it gotten caught. He just didn't have the suit yet. But it really is a 13-hour origin story, which is crazy. We don't usually get those. And I realized that, like, when they finally show them leaving their previous law firm and going to the bar and Foggy draws the sign on the napkin, because Matt said that that was the night that he beat up the first guy for abusing his daughter, and then they almost immediately meet Karen and tell her they've only been practicing law for a few hours, which makes sense to me now, because I was really wondering, like, why was he getting so beat up in all the fights he was having? Like, he ultimately won, and that was good, but he really did take quite a beating from most of the guys that he was fighting. Like, so it makes sense that he's just not that experienced of a fighter yet. And we'll see, he'll probably progress to become better and better. But you really see like the juxtaposition between the happy and relaxed young law student and the current day scenes where he's much more aware of the problems in the world, and he's kind of carrying this weight of responsibility and concern on his shoulders. That was expressed really, really well character-wise with him. I liked that a lot. So yeah, overall this show, big time thumbs up for me. I really enjoyed it, the acting, but also the style and the darkness of it, the visual images. It's really well written, has some great dialogue, like in the more personal scenes, but there's also some great back and forth in the fights, and the fight choreography also. Overall, very realistic, but also original, and easy to follow the way it's filmed. Yeah, this is definitely top tier for me. Up there with WandaVision as a definite favorite. And I'm loving how different it is from anything Marvel that I've seen before it. Definitely different than anything I've seen on this, reacting to on this channel before. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. And click here to watch another of my reactions. Thanks for watching with me.